Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. The offense going very heavy, bringing in more blockers. Ball handed off. Powerful running here.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
It's another good job here by this defense. And I think all the build-up and hype of the national championship, they really felt challenged. And right now they're winning the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this offense to a 3rd down situation. Let's see if they can get off the field here to start the game.
Open possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. And here's the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down and load up the line of scrimmage. They could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. And the single back takes the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Jet sweep, receiver trying to find some room. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, this is a big part of this offense, not just spreading you vertically downfield by throwing the ball, but these jet sweeps put so much pressure on the defense horizontally. You've got a lot of speed you've got to contain. Here's a great example of getting a player who's got a lot of speed out on the perimeter. Let him do what he does best by getting downfield. Nice play.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Linebacker's making some adjustments now. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, enough for a 1st down. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive moving. And now the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. And the freshman brings him down quickly. The ninth play of this opening drive is third down and short. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And they pick up the first on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down. Almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
They'll pass on the field goal attempt. The offense on the field going for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He finds the running back for a fourth down catch. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Boy, what a great job here by the quarterback, working through his progressions and staying patient. He didn't panic. He didn't get out of there. He knew that his back, if he could get the ball in his hands, had a chance to pick up the first down. That's exactly what he's able to do.
Buckeyes are in the red zone now. Ball handed off. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. The penalty backs him up first and very long. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. And tackled after a small pickup there. The opening drive that will not end, but now it's third and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They'll finally go down, but it's a first down and much more. Great game in the play.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Here's a handoff on first and goal. Fights his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. And opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Well, nearly an interception here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up third down instead.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for a deep completion. The pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The Dogs will send the punt team onto the field. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. On the return, it's Burks. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. And he's brought down out at the 46. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. Takes the handoff again. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the handoff. That's a strong play by the defense as time expires in the first period. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. He'll hand it off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. They've converted both previous fourth down attempts, so why not try to make it 3 for 3? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Brought down, but crosses midfield to the 46.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
2nd down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, it's 2nd down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They got a real shot here now on 3rd down.
He's running out of time here. Well, he extended the play, but doesn't find the receiver open and goes down. The Dogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Pressure is coming. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Here's the 2nd down play. Looks right for a quick completion. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. They bring him down, but not before he moves the sticks with a 1st down gain.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and now this sets up the 1st and goal inside the 10.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Bulldogs hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Bringing pressure. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this 1st half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
After a disastrous 1st down play, they're back up on 2nd and goal. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Finds an open target on the left side. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier. Second down after that previous play. And there's the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Handoff in a single back formation. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And a sophomore making an impact play.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. Got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. State offense comes back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. Receiver in motion now. There's the handoff. Tackle made after just a short game.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Back's got it again. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And they'll run it on the jet sweep. Breaking free at midfield. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, I love this call here by going with the jet sweep. You get the ball in the hands of an outstanding playmaker. He gets around the edge and gets into space with that kind of speed. He's dangerous.
Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Offense in hurry-up mode. A jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires. And this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking for the wideout. It's caught downfield. Brought down quickly at the 14, but the offense is in the red zone.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Offense looking to throw the ball. Dumps it down to the back. Clock. Touchdown, Ohio State. This quarterback on fire today. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him and you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball in the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Play action here on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That picks up a first down. Spotted at the 39.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Catch made on the out route. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here on this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is off. Now, again, you got to give credit to the defense, but I'm just shocked to see the way they're performing today.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Keeping it on the ground here. He shreds the tackle. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia. The offense still out there. They'll set him to go for 2 here, trying to tie the game. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's sacked. The 2-point conversion for the tie fails. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Course a fastball, but it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Look, I realize in any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be 2nd down now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this 1st down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
And the Bulldogs moving quickly down the field here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. The pocket breaking down. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their 1st interception today. Going to set up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback was noticeably hurried on that play. Great pass rushes don't have to get to the quarterback to affect the play. That was a great example of it there.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. The Dogs will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Here we go on 4th down. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. The Dogs looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Second down and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Defense is coming after him. And the scramble moves it closer to the goal line. The defense able to grab it.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
They moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Well, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline, nowhere for him to go. All he could do was step out of bounds for no gain.
So now on comes the field goal unit. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. The pass rush closing in. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? But again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Handoff heading left.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Makes a quick catch. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. The Dogs come to the line to run the hurry up. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and
too beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop, and they get the ball back.
He'll hand it off. He shreds the tackle. Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The back's got it. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. And finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that point.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out. But I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or do they have to settle for 3? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a first and goal now.
You know, this back has taken advantage of his opportunities tonight in his football game. And here's another example on third down. They put the ball in his hands. He knows exactly where to go to pick up the first down. And he's able to do that here in the fourth quarter.
You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense facing second and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Trying for the touchdown. They'll test the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
They knocked through the PAT and won 6 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Pass not complete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's going to take off here. Oh, and another incompletion.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the 1st down? And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Anytime you're trailing like this in the 4th quarter, of course you've got to go for it on 4th down, and they get it done to extend the drive.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Great cut. They whiff on him. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
But they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
1st down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Now here comes the bunch formation. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. He's swarmed by the defense.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a 1st down.
The ball is picked off. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. First down at 10 now. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Takes the ball and heads to the left. Sophomore with a strong tackle there. Third down coming up after that running play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one